there, everybody. Welcome back to the Planes, Trades, and Comics channel. My name's Matt, and today we're going to review Nemesis Reloaded #1. But before we get into that, if you guys don't mind sharing, subscribing, commenting, it really helps me out and lets me know what you guys want to see more of. So, with that being said, let's get straight into it. All right, we got the cover here for Nemesis Reloaded. It is an Image comic, and it is by Mark Millar and Jorge Jimenez. And we start off in current day Los Angeles, and we meet this gentleman who's coming out of a club, and him and his friends are nonstop talking about Tarantino and how awesome he is. And all of a sudden, as they're driving, Nemesis comes out of nowhere, breaks into the car, and pulls the gentleman out. Then we cut to a swimming pool in the middle of Los Angeles somewhere, and it turns out this was not just a single event. Nemesis has kidnapped every single gang leader of all the gangs in Los Angeles. He's given them each a weapon in their pockets, and he's put some kind of visor on them. And he tells them that the goal of the game is to be the last man standing. And at first, everybody's kind of confused. The guy we saw get pulled out of the car is even refusing to fight at all. But in that moment that he's arguing, he gets stabbed in the back, and the bloodbath begins. And that's where we're going to stop it. I don't want to spoil anything else. So this is actually a sequel to the Nemesis book that came out around 2013. But according to Mark Millar, this is a soft reboot of the character. But as far as this first issue, I haven't seen anything that really contradicts what we saw in the first series. The story in this first book is interesting. It's definitely setting up a lot that's going to pay off in the next couple books. But there's definitely some violence and craziness that happens throughout the story. And if you've ever read a Mark Millar comic, you know kind of what you're getting into with his book. He definitely has his own style that really feels very blockbuster movie or Hollywood, where he gets straight into the action and doesn't really let up. There's always a good story in there too, but that's always highlighted with these big action moments that are usually very shocking and crazy. And the story for Nemesis is exactly like that. Now, the art for the original Nemesis was by Steve McNiven, but for this Reloaded series, the art is by Jorge Jimenez, who does a great job with this new miniseries. He's definitely got a great style for the dynamic action and violence in this book. So I think this is a pretty fun read all around. It is definitely the first in a series, and there's a lot of questions thrown out, but not a lot of answers. But that definitely gives you a lot to look forward to for the rest of the issues of this book. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 out of 5. I had a blast reading it, and I definitely think that anybody who picks this up wouldn't need to have read the first one and could just get thrown in and have no problem following. So if you saw anything you like, definitely go pick that up at your local comic book store, and we will see y'all in the next one.